it's me. I'm back. It's been a couple of weeks. Actually, it's been almost 1 month since I got back from the Indonesia trip. I've been kind of just like settling in, getting back to work, trying to figure out my scrapbook and everything, all that good thing, and just really soaking in all the good things that I've learned about the trip and like things that I saw. But one thing that's really important that I learned in Indonesia is the art of haggling. So when you go to a Southeast Asia country, which actually this is my first one because I was born in the Philippines, and this is the first one that I'm going to a Southeast country as a tourist, and I forgot how aggressive the vendors could get. So like for example in Bali, whether that's in Bali or that's in Yogyakarta, there's always like people trying to get you and like trying to haggle with you, and even if you get something from them, you bought something from them, they're still like following you. They're just really, trying to, not too sweet, but it's good. Moving on. So I'm gonna show you some of the things that I got from Indonesia. I'm not gonna show you things that you kind of have to ease up into like haggling and realize what's happening. So I've obviously made some bad purchases, and I'm gonna show you one that I probably purchased like a really like I could probably go lower, but I was just exhausted. They caught me off guard. It's just not like it just wasn't a pretty like not pretty story, but it was a big deal. But yeah. And before I even go to the items, okay, let me go to the items and then I'll kind of like explain to you how I guess like I haggled and I think I got really good price. Even the local said that I got super good price, and even the person who was selling was having such a hard time giving me the price because I was haggling too low to the point of like that she couldn't even sell what I was asking for. So that's how I knew I kind of overboard it. But anyways, so this is a purse that I got from my niece. It looks like it's made out of vegan leather, so it's really not leather because like you could tell that like the aesthetic is not like good great. But no, she's 7 years old and she likes purple, but now I found out she likes blue. But that's not a big deal. I think she'd still like it. So this is a bag that's really cool for somebody who's super young, like 7 years old. She's super sweet. My niece's name is Duran. And she used to like purple, so I bought this. It's like a cool cross bag. It looks like it's made out of recyclable. It's super light. So I think I got ripped off of this. I got it for about 12 bucks. The person wanted to sell it. For some reason, everybody's shooting for like 200,000 rupiah, which is 200 rupiah is, I overestimate, which is 100,000 is $10, but 100,000 is actually, to be fair, it's about like 750. So I got it for 150, so it's probably like 11 bucks. I could have probably get it less, right? Got that. This is probably one of the worst. I probably did one store bad, and then this one, and then the rest was like, I was pretty good, so because I needed to warm up. This is actually Asian. I don't know what it's called in English, but a lot of ladies, moms, and like everybody who like lounge in Asia like uses this like at home because it's it's cotton and it's just very breezy. This is how it looks. It's like a lot of cloth, right? You just put it on and kind of like hang out with it. Like how we hang out in like yoga pants. We usually hang out with dress because it's usually hot in Asia, right? So I got this, and then this, which is I picked it for Alex shirt. I think he's a large. He's medium in American sizes, but he's large in Asia because yeah. So it's a really nice like that texture of cloth. It's cotton as well, but it's like a different kind of cotton. And it's super nice because like the way they do it, it's like hand printed, right? So this for this two pieces, I got it for 80,000 rupiah, which is 6-7 bucks. Again, I'm like underestimating, but more or less that's about the price because of the exchange rate. So that's I got it for 80,000. I'm really happy about that because I think you're getting each thing for like less than 4 bucks a piece. I think that's a pretty good deal. And then, so I have another niece who's super young, and I got her this. I think it's so cute. It's so tiny. It's I don't know if it's a dress, but it's like it's very ethnic. The fabric, it looks comfortable, but and it's super cute. Like I just put it on By the time I left, it was summer, but then by the time I came back, it was very fall. So I don't think she could wear it anytime soon, but I think it's just so adorable. Look, I can't get over it. It's like a little dress. This, I got that. And then this, which is like very summery. It's pink. For two of this, I got for $60,000. So this was actually my first bargain of like a really good price because when we were walking around Java, we were actually with a friend, like our new friends, and I said like I wanted to go to the store because there's stores everywhere, and I saw how he haggled. So he haggled in such like pleasant way. It's not like, because I usually when I negotiate anything, I have the negotiation face on, which is like it's pretty stern. You can't read what I'm reading, whatever. But they haggle with a smile. Like they like the vendor will be like, oh, can you like like 100,000 rupiah, and then you'll go like can you do it like I don't know like 50 rupiah. And some people go back and forth a lot. I don't tend to do that because I usually evaluate what it's like, what I want to pay for it. And then, like if it doesn't really work, if they're not meeting my but they're not meeting the price that I want them to be at, I usually walk away, and they usually either, when they know I'm about to walk away, they usually just like tell me like, yes, I'll do it, and then they'll smile. That means like everybody's happy. Or they'll chase you and it like walks away. And then the other thing that I thought was like easy sell for gifts for like my titas, my aunties, and like my mom and Alex's mom was the fan, right? So it's really hot in Asia. You don't really have to use it every day you can't use it every day in New York because like the 4 seasons. In the summer though, I think it's super nice to have it in your bag. So again, when we left in early September, and I didn't think it was gonna get so cold so fast, I thought it was like a good idea to have everybody, right? So I already gave some of it to some of my aunts. So I think I bought basically 4 of this, so 2 of this, and then another 2, and then I thought it was like the coolest thing. It's so cute. I bought my mom, who gardens a lot, and Alex's mom a fan that turns into a hat. I think it's like the cutest. So basically, it looks like this, and you expand it like this, and then there's like a little, ooh, what's happening? Oh, it's like kind of stuck. There's a little, like a Velcro that you stick, and you have a hat. Isn't it so cool? I think it's so cute. So you have a hat. So I got one for my mom, one for Alex's mom, because they both like being outside, whether that's summer or not. But it's so hot. My mom's in South America, so it's always hot, so I'm sure she can use it. So I got basically 2 special fans and then 4 little fans. I got it down to, I think it was like 70 rupiah, which is about $6. Actually, no, it might be less than that, but it was like super cheap. Basically, each fan came down to maybe $1 each, even the special fan. The first vendor I went to, I like haggled the price so low that it was so low that they couldn't do it. Like they were just like, we can't do it, we can't money. So that's how I know like, okay, I overboarded, because it was just kind of, I had so much energy. I wanted to haggle as much as I can, which I recommend because it's just fun, but also at the same time you want to make sure that you be mindful, because like this is their livelihood. So like $1 for you wouldn't make much difference. So yeah. And then hold on for 1 second. The other items I'm super excited about is, because I haggled it's such a good price, is I got a dream catcher for my niece. Look at this one, purple. Can you tell it's purple? It's a good size. I got this. I got a necklace. I think it's very fashionable. I'm gonna give it for a friend of mine. I think it's super cute. So it's not quite plastic. It's kind of like semi-plastic and wood. No, actually, I don't know, because it's on the heavier side. I got that, and I got this really cute pencil. My niece loves to write and draw, so I got her this pencils with like characters. Can you see plastic? So it's 1, 2, 3, it's 4 of them. I got it for 40 rupiah, so it's about $2, maybe $3, something like that. So yeah, I'm really happy about this. And then the last one that I'll show you is this gorgeous. So a lot of people do the, man, I forgot what it's called. I forgot it's like we call it salon in my country, but I forgot what it's called in Indonesia. But they have this really pretty fabric, right? Because what happens is that when you go to the temple, a lot of places you can't wear anything before, like, that's not under, like, that's not below your knees, right? So you have to make sure that you wear them. So a lot of them sell this. I actually didn't buy it outside a temple. I don't really trust spaces like people who sell outside a temple because they charge for crazy money. That's how I kind of got off guard with one of the things, because I figured it's like at the temple people are like super sweet and like, you know, but no. I actually got this in Mundok area, which is north of Bali by the mountains. The store was actually around, we had to go to Mundok Falls. On the way there, you have to do like, oh, actually no, it's not the falls. It's the spring, like the water with yeah, it's like the hot spring. Yeah, the hot spring. Outside, there's a lot of like beachwear and just like things like this. And so on the way there, obviously we went for dip, and then on the way back, okay, this is like a good time to buy, so I don't have to carry it while I was inside. It's a really big, like, fabric. See how big this is? Like, it's so big. It's very pretty. It's soft. In my country, we have something similar, but it's much on the harder texture. But look how pretty the details is. And it has, like, very shiny, right? I was haggling it, so I haggled for 60 rupiah, but that took a lot from the vendor because she wanted to give it to me. First she was like, okay, like, let's do 200,000 rupiah, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to spend $18 for a piece of cloth. I mean, it's a gorgeous cloth, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going to pay for that. So usually you could haggle them, like more than 50%. No, yeah, I think she told me 250,000, but it was something like that. But I ended up paying 60,000 rupiah. That's after like kind of like back and forth. At first she was like, well, I could give you a smaller like cloth. I'm like, no, I want that one. So you just have to really be like, you have to stand your ground. Okay, so that's basically all I have to show the shopping. And in terms of haggling, so how I basically, so really it's kind of having a sense of how much you want to pay for something, and how much the most that you'd pay for something, and what's the lowest that you could pay, and they'll, like, a vendor would still take it, right? For the most part, for Indonesia, places like on the street vendors like that, you could usually haggle at least 50%. Although it feels really weird because, like, in the Western country, right, it's like haggling's not really a huge thing. Although I'm sure you can in some places, but in Indonesia, it's huge in Southeast Asia. So they'll throw you some like crazy number. And then you kind of like figure out how much you want. So for me, how I figure out that, like how much would that work? One base I had was like the first experience I had with a local who kind of helped me haggle, and I saw the way he haggled for me. He had a smile on. He was very pleasant to deal with. If the price wasn't good enough, you just kind of like walked away a little bit, and then the vendors the vendors like, you know, not chase you, but yeah, kind of tap you and like, yeah, we'll do it. So for that, like, for example, the two little clothes that like I was showing, like this two things, like the fabric and everything, so I paid 60 rupiah. So okay, so that's a good basis in terms of like how much I could go for what. And also the other thing that was really helpful was I had one of the people who helped us kind of get through from one location to another, and we had like a long conversation because it was a 2-hour like drive. We had a lot of questions about the local and like how much does it cost, like the food and everything. So I asked him. The first thing I asked was, this is actually good with like the tipping in terms of if you want to tip, you don't have to, but it's, you know, like to me, like it's not a big deal. Like it's way better than New York tipping. But I asked him how much does a full meal cost in a sit-in restaurant? Not like a very fancy one, but like a good, like, let's say like I guess equivalent to, I don't know, Japanese food in New York, or Japanese like in like, I don't know, like the boroughs, right? Not like a high-end Japanese, but like a regular Japanese restaurant or like a Thai restaurant. And he said the price for this was 15 in 15,000 rupiah, you could have a really good, decent, nice meal, and it's like it will keep you full. So that was kind of my point of reference. If food costs that much, how much could I pay for it? So most of the time when you go to the vendors, usually a good starting point for me is you could do two things. You could keep kind of haggling, like they'll give a price and then you give a price and then they'll give a price and then like that. I think that works, but then it's just too much, like it's consumption and it's just a lot of it. So what I do is like one thing is I keep really stern in terms of my price. If I say like I'm only gonna pay 60,000 rupiah for that, and that's it. Like I'm not gonna say no. Eventually they'll give in a way. The other tactic that I do is basically if I see a vendor and I see multiple things that I like, I wouldn't say that, hey, can you pay me, I don't know, like I'll ask for a price for one piece and then another. What I do is I take all the things that I want and say like, listen, I'm gonna buy all three of this or four of this, how much would you give to them? And usually they'll give you a more competitive price. So, but make sure to ask the price for one thing first, because you want to have a point of reference in terms of like how much a shirt. Like if a shirt is 40 rupiah and you're saying 40,000 rupiah, and then you're saying the two shirts is 80,000 rupiah, there's really no discount, right? So you want to make sure that you have a point of reference in terms of how much is like a one piece cost for her, and then like in terms of how much you haggle with it. If you haggle too much, I mean, it's not a big deal. They just can't give you the items. But if you haggle up to, I think, 50 to 70%, 50 to 70%, that's great. 50 to 65 maybe. So that's all I have. I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions in terms of haggling, I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm an expert at it, but I'm really happy with the prices that I got in terms of products I got. Yeah, feel free to ask me.